Good afternoon, class. So today is 30th of July and we will have to cover the current affairs of today. Now, with regard to the inflation, that shall remain above 6% in the June. So fuel and light are the concerns that we basically have to take care of. And 12.7% is the actual we are seeing inflation that is on the higher end. So that is concerning for the government because basically the food items are increasing or are becoming more costly for the common people to buy. So that is a serious concern with regard to the availability of the food crops that are needed for the people. The next one is the inner blow to Oli, that is KP Sharma Oli. Nepal SC directs Juba to be appointed Prime Minister. As we already have stated that there is no provision with regard to the power that has been given to the Prime Minister of the state of Nepal that he can dissolve the house. Although he have dissolved to basically remain in the power, the Supreme Court have ordered the restoration of the assembly and therefore the written signatures as has been produced by Sher Bahadur Doba that he enjoys the majority. I think you all know the happenings, or let me again make it clear for you. Earlier what happened, there was a disagreement with regard to the two leaders because there was a one party and then this party basically, or Mr. KP Sharma Oli wanted to stay in power forever. So he basically dismissed the whole of the constitution arrangement and then again there was a majority that was needed to be proved on the house of the assembly. Now, in doing that, there have been problems with regard to the majority in which both the parties or both the candidates basically claimed that they enjoy the majority. But with regard to that, Mr. Sher Bahadur Doba has basically the support of all the individual MLAs with signatures. But Mr. KP Sharma Oli has the support of the leaders and also have enjoyed the sign. Now, when the case went to Supreme Court have said that KP Sharma Oli have no standus loci with regard to the holding of the position of the Prime Minister and he should immediately resign, making way for the new person who have enjoyed the majority. The court have looked into the antecedents and the facts of the cases and they have given a decision in which the opposition party have basically hailed the judgment by claiming it that it is a historic decision and the Supreme Court have done a commendable job with regard to the restoration of the people faith in the democracy. So that has been the case over the years and that has been the case that has been happening. So I hope this is clear. The next one is the thousands of Cubans rally against the government. So what they are asking for, there is Miguel Diaz Canal and there have been protests from Havana to Santiago. Why it is happening? Because there has been embargo that has been called by the US government with regard to the availability of the food items and the other ships that could take the commodities and the other things that are needed. And other than that, there have been people who have been asking for freedom and asking for resignation of the president over there. There have been shortage of food, the inflation is high, there is COVID, and there is also curb on social and political liberties. Now, with regard to that, US have said that they have provided support for the freedoms and the right of the people. Of course, the Cuba once upon a time was a communist, and now they wanted freedom. And the other part, although all the communist countries have basically given some form of leverage to all the people, because in the era of globalization, as more countries are enjoying it, so more freedom or individual freedom we are generally talking about. So that has been the case of balancing act that is needed to be maintained. So I hope this is clear. The next one is the city dependent on the neighbors for water. So we are talking about the city of Delhi, and in that the water from neighbors will be getting water and they will be provided water treatment. In 1994, the memorandum of understanding, there have been 5 Yamuna river basin states that would be basically coming together for providing water to Delhi. But as the summer heat have risen up and the monsoon have dried up in the summer heat, the availability and the groundwater exploitation have increased. So that have led to basically a shortage of the water. Whatever has been demanded by, that is the Delhi Jal Prabandhan Board, have not been getting the sufficient amount of water that they have been asking for. So that have led to the shortages. Although Delhi has been looking for a direct canal of fresh water that is needed to be made to available to the people after water treatment directly from the Yamuna river, that is in the riparian state of Shirmore. But I don't think that in the overtime there will be a shortage of this particular part and there will be decline with regard to the actual water supply between the states. So this is another Yamuna water sharing dispute that we are going to see, or Yamuna water tribunal that we are going to see in the near future. The next one is the Dry for Going Medicinal Plant at Home. So Rajasthan government have started a program called as Ghar Ghar Aushadhi Yojana, Now in that there have been 8 medicinal plants, and children should be encouraged to basically plant them. So the plants or medicinal plant that can be used are tulsi, giloy, ashwagandha and kalmeg, and they will be prepared by the state government and forest department, and would be given to the by the principal conservator of forest development, Deep Narayan Pandey. And this is the program that they have been currently developing upon, so that better income of the people could be ensured, and also domestic remedies could also be provided to the people who are in the dire need of the domestic care in the times of the pandemic. The next one is Swadeshi Ink Maker scripts a new chapter. Leave it. This is a story of a ink maker who have been basically going out of work since 1970, but during the lockdown there have been people were at home, and therefore they have to realize or rediscover the joy of writing in the old fashioned way. So therefore the demand of the ink pots have increased once again. Okay, so that is what has been it. The next one is the prioritizing school reopening on the road to recovery. Now we have to analyze a calibrated balance with regard to the cost of the opening of the school and with regard to the risk of the opening. When we talk about the various European and other states, the primary school has not been closed. Students have been dropped off at the school, and they have been taking various precautions and other measures so that it could be ensured that people do not get infected with the COVID virus. But in India, as we do not have such segregation and such quality of, you can say, existence of resources that could provide complete safety to the people, therefore we have stayed away from it, and that has been the case here. Now with regard to the impact, it has been immense on the people, and it will be definitely having an immense impact on the people for the future. They already will have skewed skills. Their employable skill will decrease. The midday meal has been disrupted. There is wasting and underweight that will pose the stress. Other than that, there have been mental health issues that have increased manifold by 40%. In children, as we see, they are living a less risky, and like influenza are the common causes that are currently happening. And with regard to the third wave, it may be devastating for the children, but it may not be the evidence that we currently have at our hands so that it can be ensured. So these are some of the factors that are needed to be taken care of. The next one is the decline of the US power. So this is a copy of a particular book, a summary of a book. So if you do not know anything about the Chinese premier, there are two philosophies that basically US has followed. There is realistic pragmatism and there is liberal idealism. So liberal idealism is a type of imagination of a situation that you give liberty to a certain people, that this person will basically turn into an ideal situation for the benefit of USA. And the second one is the realistic pragmatism. Pragmatism is whatever the factors that are in front of you, they need you to be assessed with the realistic value. Now, it is a criticism of official policy of the America with regard to the Chinese authorities in the initial years when there was a realistic pragmatism. So the Chinese people were kept at bay because at that particular time the target was USSR. But after 1991, for the next 20 years, the China has been given liberal idealism for the next 30 years and not the treatment that it should have been banned. Sorry, it should have been provided. Now, with regard to that, US have dropped various bombs at different part, but they have been supported by the Chinas, and in return, they have also supported it. Other than that, US right now is at crossroad. There have been internal crises that are needed to be managed, and also their responsibility of the world power that they are currently burdened in. Now, if one country can see the other country in danger, definitely they are going to be more vigilant with regard to the space that they already want to claim. So that has been the case, one case here. The next one is the Ethiopia political tug of war. So this is Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed for military offensive against Tigray. So already we have talked about 3 issues that are present over there, and that has been the most important things that are needed to be taken or needed to be considered. Now, when we talk about the Mr. Abiy Ahmed, there have been 2 issues that are currently prevalent in the state of Egypt or in the state of Ethiopia. One is the Great Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, and the second one is the civil war that is happening in the Tigray region. So a lot of people are getting killed, And this person, Abhay Ahmed, has been provided Nuclear Peace Prize, I think in the year 2017 or 18. I'm not very sure, but that has been the year. So I hope this is clear. The next one is the 68 people have been killed during the lightning strike, and there have been monsoon revival that have led to the different amount of people getting killed across the country. So this education can also be provided. Now 2 lakh people has been killed as a disaster, and this is a natural disaster. Therefore, sorry, not 2 lakh people have been killed, but 68 people has been killed, and 2 lakh has been provided as a form of a one-time relief as a form of disaster to this particular individual. NCRB have said that over the last 20 years, 8,000 deaths have occurred. Sorry, over the last year, 8,000 deaths have occurred because any form of natural disaster that may happen in the form of lightning, floods, water, or any other natural calamity that may happen. So that has been the case. The next one is the Afghan situation to dominate Jaishankar's Central Asian visit. I hope you remember he will meet the Pakistan and the Chinese counterpart at Shanghai Cooperation Organization that is supposed to be held at Dushanbe from July 13 to 14. And China have basically agreed to de-escalate the situation with regard to the things that are happening at the border, but China has been reluctant with regard to giving away the space to India because there have been a lot of trouble that is happening on the border. China wants that basically the relation should go ahead without focusing on any of the issues or any of the talks that are happening at the border, to which India have not agreed. But again, we will have to see what will happen over the larger term. The next news is related to top US military general in Afghanistan. Scott Miller had relinquishes the post. So new person will be appointed on him. I hope you understand why he have done so. The next one is the wildfire rage as heat waves stifle Western and US Canada. Canada heat is warming at a particular place, and the Rocky Mountain has been seeing the temperature of higher of 46 degrees Celsius at the southern California. So that has been a major concern for the developing nations, and therefore it is a reminder that why should be focusing upon the climate change and the issues that are related to the climate change. So I hope this is clear. Okay, so Italy have won the UEFA Euro 2020 Cup. I hope this is clear. Okay, so I think that is it for today.